This is what I own, the Sony CD recorder, model W500C. It's always been an awesome recorder, and I've recorded many CDs, hundreds of them, including all of my homemade video game CD soundtracks that I make when I hook my video game console to the recorder and manually record the music onto it. Anybody that owns this CD recorder, such as I do, knows that the only way to really get a really good professional sounding CD with no mess ups in it or anything is if you own some music CD RWs, which are rewritable just like DVD RWs. I used to buy my music CD RWs all the time at Best Buy years and years ago. Can't really say exactly how many years ago, but they were the only store that carried them. I used to buy 10 packs. But back then they didn't have green labels, they had purple. And they used to be packs of 10 for about $10. So only about $1 a disc. It was pretty affordable, and these were highly needed and very useful. A necessity to own for this CD recorder. But then suddenly, one day, Best Buy stopped carrying them. And I waited and waited and waited some more, and they still never got any more in. I couldn't figure out why. I even asked the workers there a few times why they're not getting any more in, and I can't remember their response. I can't remember what they said back to that. But anyway, they were eventually just obsolete. They were nowhere anymore. No store in any town carried them anymore. And I can't figure out why, because they're such a necessity, not only for the CD recorder that I got, but for any of them. All you ever find in stores is just regular CD RWs that doesn't have the word music in the title. And if they don't have music in the title, either before the CD RW or after the word, then they're usually just for a computer. They're just a data disk for a PC. I've tried some of these. None of them work in the CD recorder I got. And I'm sure that Sony is well aware of this fact. So why on God's earth doesn't even Sony make a music CD RW for their own CD recorder? Are they retards or something? This has pissed both me and my brother off for so many years because he's got one of these recorders too. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think I bought for him. Yeah, you see all kinds of computer software in stores. Other brands of CDRWs and CDRs and stuff. The only other types that I can ever find is just like the regular music CDRs without the W at the end, which is not rewritable. Everybody's got those. I always buy the 30 disc spindle packs, spindle cases of Sony CDRs. That's what I record all of my music with. I don't like using other brand name software on my CD recorder, except I didn't mind using the TDK music CDRWs because that's the only ones I was ever able to find, and they never gave me no problems. They were pretty good. The last time I bought some, I had to search online. I had to search eBay because none of the stores around here have any, and there's no damn excuse for it. And I was able to find this 10-pack of the green label. I guess they changed their labels recently, of the TDK Music CDRWs, and they came in this white box that you see right here. That's the first time I've ever seen them in a white box. But I don't even know if I can even find these anymore. It's been a long time since I've ordered any. I'm still on this same white box because I haven't been recording CDs as much lately as I usually do. But I can't stress out the fact enough of how much of a necessity it is to have these music CDRWs. Especially when I'm making my own video game soundtracks, because there's a lot of mess ups. There's so many times where I gotta erase a track and start over again. Can't do that on the regular CDRs. Oh, I guess that's the end of this rant. I'm pissed off. I want somebody to start making some music CD RWs for these home CD recorders. I'm sick and tired of every company acting like the only people that record CDs are the ones that use computers. Hey, there's some people without computers that only has the CD recorder. For God's sakes, Sony, come on Sony, stop being retards. Make some music CDR software for your own CD recorder. Stupid dumbasses. Gosh, I'm sick of it. I've been waiting for years for them to come out with something and they didn't. So I got the right to do this complaint. But before I go, I'm going to add one more complaint to this. Now, this is something that pisses my brother off. Why do they also not make printable music CDRs or RWs for these recorders? You know, the type that you can put in your disc printing color printer and print an actual CD label onto the disc. They should make those for these home CD recorders too, but they don't. Another thing that all companies are retards about. Well, that's the end of this video. Catch you in the next one, which I already know what it is, and I'm going to be working on it next. See ya, everyone. Take care.